Yo, 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 what it do? Guys, okay, look, we weren't supposed to be here today. We weren't supposed to be here, but here we are. Don't know, first of all, no, I'm not late, Shadu. I'm not late. I said I was going to be here at 7:25, and it's 7:26. I'm not late. But we're not supposed to be here today, as you guys know. You guys can imagine we're supposed to be sleeping and doing our normal pride things that we normally do at this time. But yee, gangster has a yee objection overruled. I I had to talk to you guys just a little bit because I was talking to Larry earlier today, and gosh, this table needs to be dusted. I was talking to Larry today, and Larry was telling me about USA, USAID or USAID, whatever. They apparently were giving money to the George Soros Foundation. Huh? Apparently, they were giving some to, I think, to the tune of like $24 million to them. And then after that, George Soros denied getting any money from them. Like, oh, we didn't get anything. So I have an article for you guys. And Suka Minuka, US Gate, stop. It says, here it's 10:25 with all due respect, Your Honor. Listen, the court's time is the only time that matters, Graham. And the court says that it is 7:27. Okay? So the court's time is the only time that matters. Objection, hearsay, overruled. Why are you guys making objections? Graham is the only one that can do that. Why is everybody else having objections? Graham is the only one who does that. Okay? Everybody else stop. Where's White Rachel? Oh, guess what, you guys? Guess what? Tell me why Rachel decided to pop up over here yesterday. So Rachel popped up over here yesterday, yeah? She came over and then she's just like, oh, I need you to help me do some stuff, pick out some clothings and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, while you're here, let me turn on the computer and get the pride involved. She said, no, wait. I said, what are we waiting for? We're here together. The pride should be with us. She goes, no. They don't even like me. I said, Rachel, they've been asking for you since the last time you were here. They've been wanting you. And she said, okay, that's fine. Then I'll come on the weekend, on Friday. So on Friday, we might have a pop-up stream just so Rachel can come over here, okay? She promised. So we'll see. But yeah, she should be here on Friday. So that's the Rachel. Oh yeah, but anyway, so last night she just popped up, right? She came over like around 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I was already getting ready for bed. And she popped up and just banging on my door like she's the freaking SWAT or something. And so I told her, I said, listen, the next time you come, we are doing a live stream together because we have a lot to talk about. And you know what she did yesterday? She started ranting about Trump. She's like, I'm so mad at Trump. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so disappointed. I said, why? America's getting great again. And she said, this is what you call great? ICE raids all over the country. Everybody's scared. What did she say? Her housemaid or something is scared. Oh, she said her housemaid hasn't showed up in the last 4 weeks. I said, Rachel, honey, listen, life is about more than your housemaid. Okay? I care more about the taxes that me and my family are paying than your housemaid being afraid to work. You know, your housemaid issue is your issue. I said, why don't you clean your house yourself? She said, it's too big. I said, well, get a smaller house. Downgrade. It's not like she has a bunch of kids. So, but I did tell her that Trump is her daddy now, and she's mad. So she wants to rant. So don't be surprised if when she comes here that she's going to rant about the ICE raids. And everybody is scared. Who? Exactly, Lou. Exactly. Why have I not seen these scared people? Do the scared people just talk to liberals? Do they only talk to liberals? Is that what it is? Let me take this pink off because I feel so girly. And you guys know I'm a gangster, so we don't do girly. I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster. Gangster. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, so she is coming for that. So don't be surprised if she rants about the ICE raids. That's what she wants to do. So then there's that. I know, Lou. And my thing is, you hear one report of one person and you think that it's just all the country is scared. I'm like, girl, please. Hi, Olem. Ice Ice Baby is a great song. I know. And isn't it the song of 2025? Like, you know how certain years just have certain themes? I think the theme of 2025 is going to be Ice Ice Baby. Ice Ice Baby. I think that is going to be the song of the year. I do. It says, Democrats haven't been this mad since we freed their... Whew. Let me have a drink. I know we have wine glasses, but we don't even drink in this house. It's funny. We have all kinds of wine glasses. We have these ones too. These are just like here. And yeah, we have different kinds. But anyway, whatever. We're not here to talk about wine glasses. But we don't even drink in this house, but we have that. But we do have toasts. And we have toasts with this. Oh my gosh. Are we starting this again? Okay, there we go. But we do have toasts. And we toast with the sparkling, what's it called? Sparkling juice? I don't know what it is. Hi, Aaron. Oh, you're saying hi to Lou. Oh, thanks. Everybody's just so happy to see Lou. What about me? I'm here, you know. He says, let our queen speak her piece. We'll disagree, but at least she'll get it out. I didn't know that Rachel was your queen, Mr. Renegade. Well, that's great to know. Good to know where your loyalties lie. Oh, I know. Oh, and look, they're just saying hi to each other. Everybody's having their side conversation with Lou. I'm jealous. Okay, this is not okay. I'm supposed to be here with you guys too. Hello, I'm here too. Oh, Neil says, or she could hire a maid who is a U.S. citizen. I didn't think about that, Neil. I mean, it's just so common to always have, maids that aren't legal. But you're right. I should have told her to get a legal one. But she would have definitely told me that she can't afford it, which she can. But, she'll say, I don't want to spend the extra money. Of course, because that's the thing. Nobody wants to spend the extra monies. See, that's why I clean my own house. I can't have another woman in my house going through my things, touching my stuff, bending over in front of my husband because she needs to clean something on the floor. No, I can't have another woman in my house. I clean my own darn house. I told her, I said, now, Rachel, you do understand you have this maid running around your house in front of your husband, picking up things off the floor, cooking for him. I'm like, girl, I wish another woman would cook for my husband. Those are fighting words for me. She's like, I'll cook for your husband. You'll do what? You will do no such thing. You will do no such thing. Okay, anyway, I want to move on. Okay, so there's this article that I want to share with you all. Okay, so let me pull it up. Okay. I'm just going to go to a different screen for a second. Don't mind me. I'm just having wandering eyes. Okay, here we are. Yes. Okay. Okay, are you guys ready? All right, I hope I don't freeze, but if I do, I don't even have Samael here to tell me, but it's fine. All right, I'm gonna just speak, and if I freeze, I'll keep on checking back every now and again to see if I'm frozen. All right, here we go. Doge, right? As Doge has continued to investigate the waste of funds, of course, the fraud and the abuse of our federal tax dollars, there have been more skeletons that have been dug up and exposed to the entire world with nothing less than a shock and awe from American citizens. And not even just shock and awe, but more like disgust. American citizens didn't know where all their monies were going. And now that we're finding out, a lot of us are livid. But anyway, USAID or USAID, before it was exposed by Doge, USAID funded several wasteful programs and causes across the planet. And we spoke about them over the weekend, including several LGBTQIA plus pedo plus everything sick causes, and even an Al Qaeda affiliated terrorist group, which we all know Al Qaeda, ISIS, these are all American gangs that were made. But nonetheless, and I would say Obama, if anything, I would say more Obama made, okay? But here we go. The years of wasteful spending earned the immediate attention of the Trump administration due to the years of transparency failures and the growing concerns from the State Department based on USAID's or USAID's refusal to respond to the department's policy directives, and the Trump administration's policies concerning U.S. national interests. They refused to respond to him about these things, so that piqued the interest of the Trump administration to figure out what's going on over there. Why are they not responding? Let's have a look-see, shall we? And now that we're having a look, we're finding more and more things. Doge recently revealed that everything from drag queens to terrorists have received money from USAID throughout the years. And they also gave money to several nonprofit groups that also received money from the Soros empire, George Soros. And we all know who George Soros is. This mother doesn't die. When is this guy going to die? Do you guys remember when I told you guys a while back that evil never dies? You guys remember that? Evil never dies. And George Soros is the peak of Jewish evil. He'll never die. He'll never die. That long nose of his is keeping him alive. I believe that's what it is. I do. And nobody can tell me any different. I know. Stop it, Amira. But anyway, George Soros's Open Society Foundations, okay, a recent Doge investigation revealed that the USAID donated $260 million to the Soros empire over a period of years. In turn, the empire donated money to nonprofits like the East-West Management Institute. And if you guys don't know who they are, they're the people who worked with Promote the Rule of Law in Georgia. And what was that for? to advance Serbia's discussions with the European Union, and to so-called strengthen civil society in Uganda. Uganda, of all places. Okay, these. All right. When a lot of people are hearing about these places that the money is going, a lot of people said, "Oh, the money's going to Serbia. The money's going to some off country next to Ukraine." Or, but no, it's not. It's not going to Uganda. It's not going to Serbia. It's not going to any. The money is being laundered. These countries are only listed to make it seem like the money is actually, it has a destination. It's being laundered. So for everybody thinking, can you believe that they're sending the money to Kazakhstan to fund gender neutral bathrooms in Kazakhstan? That's not what that's for, you stupid. You're stupid. That's not what it's for. They are laundering the money. But anyway, because I've had a few people email me about saying like, can you believe the money's going to here to there? I'm like, it's not going there. Okay, this is just, what is it called when people make a fake store and there's nothing in the store? You can't really buy anything in the store, but it looks like a real store. It's just a front, as you can say. It's a front. But yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lipo. A front. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. And yeah. So anyway, moving on. I want to tell you guys something else. They said that they are sending these $260 million to Serbia to help them in the United Nations, or not United Nations. Why do I keep saying that? The European Union, and to strengthen civil society in Uganda. This same nonprofit caught the eye of Judicial Watch. You guys remember those people, right? And they discovered that the institute received $9 million for its Justice for All campaign in Albania back in 2017. Albania. Because that's what we do. We help Albania and Serbia promote LGBTQIA plus pedos plus everything sick agendas. All right. I get so irritated when I even think about this, but here we go. This prompted several GOP senators to send a letter to the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson. And the letter addressed some concerns that the Justice for All campaign could effectively give the prime minister and leftist government total control over the judiciary, which has already happened. We already see how many leftist judges are are on the bench currently. We saw it when Trump was getting, they were trying to indict him with all these random charges. We saw that the judiciary is nothing but a bunch of hound dogs for the left. All they are the pit bulls for the left. We don't have fair judges. Do you guys remember when you see the judge, or not the judge, when you go to the courthouses, they always have the statue of the woman, and she's blinded, and she's holding a scale, and the scale is the hand of justice, right? But the hand of justice is supposed to be blind. We don't have that anymore. There's no such thing. Our judges are bought and paid for. And this is the reason why. This is what I'm talking about right here. It all ties in together. The same GOP senators expressed concern about George Soros funded activities operating in Macedonia. What next country are we going to talk about? Albania, Serbia, Macedonia. What's next? Hungary, Czech Republic? But anyway, the George Soros funded activities were operating in Macedonia, which received money from USAID through a Soros foundation to quote unquote push a progressive agenda. Other George Soros foundations were funded by USAID include the Anti-Corruption Center in Ukraine, Oh, the irony. An anti-corruption center in Ukraine. Ukraine, because Ukraine is just that's just a center of of justice right there. That's just a center of non-corruption. Ukraine. Now, that was another group, and another group is called the Transparency International. According to the group's records, the Anti Corruption Action Center started to receive funding from USAID the same year that Russia friendly Ukraine President Viktor Yanukovych was overthrown by the Maidan Revolution. And that was back in 2014. That's when Obama and Joe Biden were doing their thing. Because under the Obama administration, Biden was the one who was sent to do all the dirty work in Ukraine. You guys know that, right? That's why all those what god darn it, what is it called? It was a pipeline, and there was another group, an electricity group, a power group. And anyway, but you guys know the name. You guys, when you guys remember the name, put it in the chat. They were working with Biden back in 2014 under the Obama administration. So it's just so funny that now under Biden's so-called presidency, we had the Ukraine-Russia war start, right? And then all of a sudden, Zelensky is just cuddled up under Joe Biden. And we're supposed to all see that as normal. The fact that Zelensky was all curled up under Joe Biden, like, daddy. Oh, actually, not even let's say daddy. At this point, it's mommy, because we go sucking titties at this point. So it all makes sense. But anyway, I want to go back to the article. Okay. So that same year that Russia-friendly Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych was overthrown by the Maidan Revolution in 2014, the group admitted to being heavily critical to Viktor's government, which was Ukraine, to the Ukrainian government and the ministers, who closely aligned with the United States, of course, because the United States is everybody's sugar mama. Department policy that year. In fact, a recorded and later leaked phone call revealed that then Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland, she was in Ukraine discussing how the United States could influence the creation of a new government in Kiev. What's the way to start a new government in a country that's not yours? Let's all have a little bit of a class, shall we? Just very quickly, a 30-second class. What is the way to start another government in a country that's not your own? What's the way? What is the first thing that you have to do? Well, here's the answer. You have to destroy the current one. There's no way you can start another government when there's already one installed. You need to destroy what's already there. How can we destroy what's already there? I know. We can find a way to inspire people to go to wars with each other. And now that everything is crumbled down, now it's our turn to step in, just like we did in Syria, isn't it? But we ruined Syria. We ruined Iraq. All right, but anyway, back to the article. That's what happened. And these groups, back to America, Black Lives Matter and George Soros, okay? There's something going on as well with the George Soros Foundation and Black Lives Matter. Many people talk about this like around 2 to 4 years ago, but I didn't really understand at that time. I just knew that George Soros was in. I knew that he was funding things, but I didn't know to what extent. Now I do. and I'll share it with you. The USAID awarded $24.7 million to the Soros-funded Tides Center, who then funded over $12 million to the Black Lives Matter Scam Fund during the peaceful protests conducted. Well, you guys know the peaceful protests that happened after George Floyd passed away in 2020. Last year, the Black Lives Matter Global Network, which is, I can't believe that they even have a name like that. Black Lives Matter Global Network. But anyway, last year, the Black Lives Matter Global Network sued the Tides Center in California, asserting that the nonprofit withheld $33 million in donations from them. In response, the Tides Center, which is George Soros, they quickly clarified that the money was meant for Black Lives Matter grassroots activities, not the global fund. They wanted to help with the protest only. They don't give a damn about your actual cause. What, you guys really thought that George Soros and his people, you think they really give a damn about Black people? You silly fool. They don't care about you. They just want to aid in the chaos. They want absolute chaos and destruction. And after said chaos and destruction isn't happening, well, there goes your funding. And that's the way it is. Perfectly peaceful. I know, Shadu. I know. I guess I don't know what peaceful means. I guess I'm just an Arab who's always like, death to America. I don't know what peaceful means because that didn't look peaceful to me. But anyway, here we go. The Tide Center, which is George Soros, quickly clarified that the money was meant for Black Lives Matter grassroots activities, not the global fund. As a result of Soros' support, the Black Lives Matter rioters caused billions of dollars worth of damage all over this beautiful country and even caused the deaths of those Black Lives Matter who claimed to support. The people that they claimed to support also suffered casualties. And yet, the funding has been quickly removed by George Soros because, like I said, he wants death and destruction. He doesn't care about your actual cause. Now, another Soros thing, here we go. USAID teamed up with George Soros's Open Society Foundations to bankroll a news organization called, and I quote, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. What does that sound like to you? Doesn't that sound like a bunch of hooly katooly, right? Am I speaking Chinese to you guys? Do you guys understand what I just said? I'll repeat it again. Here we go. The Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. The OCCRP, as they like to be called, they often attack conservatives and is reportedly the catalyst of the first impeachment of Donald J. Trump and openly reports its funding from George Soros and the USAID. When the first Trump impeachment was underway, the CIA whistleblower relied on an article in the Soros-backed OCCRP called Meet the Duo Helping Giuliani Investigate for Trump in Ukraine. This was an article in a George Soros-backed, I guess you could say, magazine. The whistleblower cited the report 4 times in their complaint against President Donald Trump. And in a 2024 documentary, it was revealed that the USAID approved the OCCRP's annual work plan and approves new hires of key personnel. The news outlet has denied the reports. Of course, they're going to deny it. They're going to say, no, that's not true. We don't know anything about that. George Soros has nothing to do with us. We are just all by ourselves fighting corruption. We're over here fighting corruption, and Donald Trump is corruption, so we have to fight Donald Trump. While you're getting funded by George Soros. Oh yeah, you're really fighting corruption while you're taking money from George Soros. Oh, Daddy Soros. We're fighting corruption. Anyway, I'm moving on to another one. There's so much. The fact that there's so much should say something to you all as well. Why is there a whole list of this absolute SHIT? Why? And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, as I go through this stupid long list of George Soros bullcrap, where are the auditors? Well, you know what? I'm just so happy that Doge is now a thing. I'm so happy that Elon Musk is involved in politics right now, because I hope that all of this crap, I hope this stops. I really do. Because these are the people who are funding the protesters to burn our cities down. These are the people who are funding these fake attacks on our president. These are the people who are inciting violence. And we sit here and we're like, where's all this stuff coming from? Here it is. Here it is. The stuff that I'm talking about right now, that's where it's coming from. And for us to sit here and think that these people actually believe in these things that they're out there protesting about, they don't believe in this. This is all money. But just think about it. There are people out there willing to burn down our country for some chump change from George Soros. They're willing to, because it's either they don't understand or they just, I don't know. All right, I'll give you guys another one. Here we go. Max Primorak, who is a former acting chief operating officer at USAID. In February 2018, all the way to January of 2021, this person was the acting chief operating officer at USAID. Okay, Max. I'll just call him Max because his last name is kind of weird, but Max. This person told news outlets that Joe Biden's USAID and George Soros's Open Society Institute have frequently co-funded programs that pushed radical social agendas throughout all of the developing world, which means all Western nations. The reason why all of the Western nations are sitting here and getting completely ran over by inferior countries, inferior nations, and getting invaded and flooded with, I mean, let's just be real, other countries' garbage. I'm sorry to say that. Well, Mira, people aren't garbage. Some people are. Some people are. We have people coming into this nation. They don't have any education. They don't have no money. They have nothing. And not even that. Okay, even if you have nothing, are you willing to come here legally and follow our laws? They're not even willing to do that. And we're getting the worst of the worst. And all the Western nations have to be, well, let's just be tolerant. Well, we're a white nation, so we must be tolerant. All of this bull crap is funded. And this is why, okay, I'll just continue with the article. Back to the article. They said Joe Biden's USAID and George Soros's Open Society Institute frequently co-funded programs that pushed radical social agendas throughout the developing Western world. A report also snitched on former USAID Administrator Samantha Power. She had met with both George Soros's nonprofit and with the Gates Foundation, of all people. Allah. It just gets better. I think the only person missing in this orgy from hell is Oprah. Oprah. She's the only one missing from this orgy from hell. We just need Oprah. Where is Oprah when you need her? We got Bill Gates, Joe Biden, George Soros, USAID, What's next? All right, here we go. I'm back to I'm focusing on the article, guys. I promise I'm focusing on the article. So a report also snitched on Samantha Power, who was the former USAID administrator. She met with George Soros' nonprofit and with the Gates Foundation, the Bill Gates Foundation, a few times between 2021 and 2023. Also, the Soros Foundation's network listed USAID as a donor partner because that's what we do. We use the United States government to fund radicalism. They listed USAID as a donor partner along with other government aid agencies in European countries like Britain, Sweden, Canada, Austria, the Netherlands, and Switzerland. But we all know that not everything was roses and sunflowers between the USAID and the Soros empire. The George Soros Group, Alliance for Open Society International, they sued to oppose USAID's proclamation that any nonprofits receiving tax dollars must pledge to oppose prostitution. And that is just something that George Soros refused to do. He said, I cannot support any cause that doesn't support prostitution. I can't do that. I mean, what type of what type of corrupt leader would I be if I said hoes can't be hoes? I mean, that's part of the reason why we want abortion to be a thing anyway, so we can have the hoes. Without the abortion, we can't have the hoes. Anyway, USAID made a proclamation that any nonprofit receiving tax dollars must pledge to oppose prostitution because government organizations are always aiming to go against sex trafficking and prostitution. A lot of times in that world, sex trafficking they just go together. So government organizations said to pledge to not support prostitution, and the George Soros foundations, they didn't like that. They didn't like that. So now we have some friction between USAID and the George Soros foundations because they're not matching in values. But despite that, the Soros Open Society Foundations were reportedly part of a left-wing dark money network that funneled millions of dollars into far-left nonprofits that staffed and advised the Biden administration. So we come full circle. We have come full circle. So this is how it all gets entangled with current day. Joe Biden, all right, now here we are in the present. Now that I've brought all of you guys up to speed, my last part to you today is regarding present day. As a result of President Trump's order to halt all USAID funding, the Soros' nonprofit empire has been reeling from the lack of financial support. They are on a diet right now. The Soros foundations are on a diet because of US aid being stopped by President Trump. And that's just music to my ears. This development has apparently forced the George Soros empire to crawl its way back over to Europe for support. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán posted a message on his Twitter, or now X account, vowing to protect the European continent from George Soros-funded networks, and claimed that George Soros is fleeing America like a cockroach and is headed to Belgium. He's fleeing like a cockroach. The Hungarian Prime Minister, I'll tell you what he posted on Twitter, now X. He said, "Our fears have come true. The globalist, liberal, George Soros NGO network is fleeing to Brussels after President Trump dealt a huge blow to their activities in the United States. Now, 63 of them, 63 foundations, 63 of them are asking Brussels for money under the guise of various human rights projects. Not going to happen! Exclamation point. We will not let them find a safe haven in Europe. The USAID files exposed the dark practices of the globalist network, and we will not take the bait again." End quote. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that America runs the world. America America runs the world. Whatever happens in America sends a wave, a shock wave through the rest of the world. And this right here, what's happening here, is a prime example of this phenomena of America cleaning its government, of America exposing even its garbage that it has in its own walls. That is sending an example to Europe. Now Europe is sitting there looking at America like, we're not going to fall for this crap either. We are not going to be influenced by this liberalist faggotry agenda. We're not going to be influenced by this because this is all just a guise. It's not that they really care about homosexuals. It's not that they really care about blacks or minorities or whatever. It's not true. Now the rest of the world, Europe especially, is starting to realize this is something that we are not going to tolerate anymore. We are not going to be influenced by sympathy, by these violin foundations. Oh, please support the no, because it's not really supporting anybody but the I want to call them so many things, but I guess I'll just be nice and just call them the leftist leaders. But that's all it's doing. It's just keeping those people fat. It's keeping the lead cockroaches fat and fed. And you see now, they're on a diet. They're on a diet. They're losing weight. They're losing weight by the minute. As we speak, their stomachs are growling. And now George Soros is running over to Europe to try to get some monies. Because President Trump, or Premier Trump as I like to call him, President Trump has cut all that off. He said, the buck stops here, buddy. It stops here. So now this cockroach is running over to Europe and saying, you guys want to help the blacks? Don't you guys want to help them? Don't you guys want to help the illegal immigrants? Don't you guys want to help faggotry nation? And other nations are like, no, actually, we don't. And it's not because we don't want to help those people, but it's because we know the truth now. We saw what President Trump exposed. We know that you're not really helping those people. I'm happy. I'm happy. And you all should be too. This is what good leadership looks like. It hurts in the beginning, but we're all going to be better off for it. I'm so happy. But anyway, let me see your guys'. Larry says, we're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Not again. Not again. I hope not. But we still, Larry, even now, we still have those Democrats in Congress still arguing. They're still arguing. They're saying things like, oh, we need to keep these foundations. We need to keep, President Trump is bad because he doesn't support anything but right-wing causes. And it's like, he's telling you about these random foundations, and he's telling you about random money being sent to these random nations, random countries, supposedly, when we know it's not true. And you, the best thing that you can say is, well, we still need them. AKA Dog says, you heard about FAA whistleblowers said that Washington DC towers an agency? I don't know what you mean by that. You said those filthy Democrats wanted to legalize racism and discrimination themselves. Ironically, even more. Ooh, John Doe. He says Democrats are so afraid of Doge, they're hiding the loose change in their couches. John Doe, did you hear? Did you hear about the person who was a staffer at USAID? She said that when Doge showed up, that they started hiding all their rainbow flags. They started hiding all of that leftist, that leftist, nasty, perverted stuff that they always hang up, like those, what's it called? The transgender flag and the transgender sign and all that. They started hiding them. When you start hiding things like that, doesn't that say something? If you really believed in that cause and you believe that that was such a good cause, why would you hide it? Why? It's just like supporting, I don't know, like trying to support a cancer fund or something. Would you hide the fact that you're supporting a cancer fund? Huh? When people come to you, would you hide it? No, you wouldn't. You'd be proud of it. But these people, they're hiding it because they know what they're doing is disgusting. Zealage, the wave of what Amira said happens after changes in America. Yes, yes. Oh wait, what did you say? Is that so nice when someone coherent and honest? oh, you guys, President Trump has been doing press conferences. Okay, do you guys know how beautiful it is to have a president that actually speaks to the country? We're having press conferences again. Things are, and he's taking questions, not like Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Biden, oh my God, it was awful. But we're having press conferences. He's answering questions without scripts and it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful to have a real person again, a real person that's actually leading this country, and somebody that we know no one else is controlling. We know that nobody is going to be able to pull Trump's strings. Nobody can make Trump go like that except Trump. He's too bullheaded. And that's what keeps me safe at night, knowing that he's so arrogant and bullheaded that no one can tell him what he's going to do. Somebody said Sky News. I like Sky News a lot. Sky News is nice. A new political party in Australia called Trumpets of Patriots wasn't to start their own Doge. What? Or they're wanting to start their own Doge. Oh, okay, wanting. Isn't it? So you guys know what? It's so nice because I was thinking to myself, oh, something else. Well, I'll say this first and then I'll go to the something else. Trump, he knew exactly who to put on his team and he knew exactly who to put for certain jobs. You know what I mean? Like him adding Elon Musk to his circle, that's a power move. You're adding basically one of the geniuses of America. You're adding a genius to your team. And then it's beautiful. And the other thing that I was going to tell you guys about was that Elon Musk brought his son X to the Oval Office, and he had his son there present for a meeting. His son is all of like 3 years old or 4 years old. His son was like picking his nose. He was like putting his fingers in Elon Musk's ear, and he was acting crazy. He was just doing things that kids that age do. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And the reason I say it was beautiful is because Trump is not afraid to show family. He's not afraid to show children the importance of having children there and family and people that, that you can feel. We don't see dads. We don't see dads anymore. I mean, think about it. When we had Joe Biden in office, it was illegal to bring kids 500 feet close to him. He wasn't allowed to be around schools because he can't be 500 yards. I think it's like what, 500 feet or 500 yards that Joe Biden can't go close to a school. But I mean, we finally have a president that loves children and is allowed to be around children. Like, I mean, he can't even go around schools. Like, how can we? Anyway. No. You said beautiful so many times because it is. It is. Forgive me for my use of beautiful, but it feels so good. It just feels so good, and it just feels like we're a nation again. It feels, I don't know. He said his second term is better than his first. Well, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be the other way around. It should be like this. Things should get better with time. Another thing, Trump, I believe that his time out of office did him well. I believe that 4 years rest did him well. And yeah, technically he wasn't really resting because he was still having to go through the court system with the Democrats. But I believe that he had 4 years of advisements of people coming to him and explaining to him what's going on, and to be able to make a plan and to clean out all the bad from our first administration, from the first Trump administration. Clean out all the bad, clean out all the rhinos, Pence, and everybody, and for him to build a team. It's, they say that God makes things happen in certain ways. And it may not be the way that you want it to happen, but the way that God makes things happen is the way that is the better way, the way that it should happen. And I'm just starting to understand that it's better that it worked out this way. It's much better that Trump was not allowed to continue his presidency, in 2020. We would have still had Pence. Think about that, guys. We would have still had Mike Pence. We would have still had a rhino sitting next to us, and we wouldn't have even known. We would have still had people in his team that he didn't know were backstabbing him. I know, BTK. It's like he was, you know how boxers prepare for a fight? I feel like Trump was back in Mar-a-Lago, just bobbing and weaving, as they say, preparing for this. He knew this was coming, and he's ready. He's more than ready. He says, I'm still surprised that blacks voted for Trump. Why would you be surprised that blacks voted for Trump? Or is it better that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? To have a white man actually say that to a black man, do you know the disrespect? That was absolutely disrespectful. And I can't believe that Charlemagne still voted for him like a good little boy. Good boy, Charlemagne. Do what your daddy told you to do. You ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden, right? Nah. No. See, and that's the crazy thing, that so many black people, Latinos, even Arabs, they fall for that sweet talk, the sweet talk in their ear, like, we love blacks. We're not racist. And blacks and Latinos and everybody else, they're like, oh yeah, see, they really love us, guys. Yeah, we're gonna vote for them. And then they F you. They turn around and screw you. And just like Samael says, I know it's kind of vulgar, but they screw you with no lube. The only lube is the blood. That's it. I know that's what Samayo said. That's not my words. He said that. But it's it's funny how so many people just fall for the sweet talk. Oh, we love you guys. Oh, don't vote for Trump. He's racist. He doesn't like you. Who wants to be liked? Who cares if you're liked? You're never going to be liked by everybody. There's people who didn't like Jesus when he was walking this planet. And we're supposed to, oh, well, I just want to be liked. Who cares about being liked? How about running this country as it should be run? How about cleaning the corruption? How about that? I don't care about you talking sweet to me. Lower my taxes. You like me? Lower my taxes. I know, thinking with the emotions. I'm glad the Arabs voted for Trump. And in mass. Did you guys see the Arabs, the imams that came there and stood next to Trump? I was like, I thought I would never see that, but I did. People are waking up. They're starting to wake up and see. No. Samael, I don't need you to clarify what your words were. Okay? I think we all got the point. We got the point. All right? All right? We don't need clarification. Samael. I think we all understood the first time. I know Suka Manuka. He hit the ground running. I love it. I'm personally sick of Democrat and Republican. I am too. I've said a few times that Trump needs to make his own party because even him calling himself a Republican doesn't really fit. He's not really a Republican, but he's more of a Democrat. He's more of a classic Democrat, Trump is. But I guess classic Democrats now are Republicans, which is kind of sad. So, yeah, I think that there needs to be another party opened. Maybe it will be the party of Doge, the Doge party. Oh, you said since this is last term, he doesn't have to tiptoe anyone. I wish. Well, no, I can't say that. I'm not going to say that I wish that he could have a third term. No, not really, because he is getting old. But losing in 2020 made it stronger. And see, and that's the other thing. You know, when they say like God doesn't work on your time, God works on his time. And you'll understand later why certain things happened and why they didn't happen when you wanted them to happen. Now we're starting to see why things didn't happen when we wanted them to happen. Even though we were so mad in 2020, we were so irritated at the corruption and the cheating and all that. But it was unnecessary. Without that, half the country wouldn't have seen what the Democrat Party is. They wouldn't have seen it. They would have never known. They would have still been under the illusion. And even still, some are still under the illusion, but many are starting to come to the light. The American Patriot Party. Yeah, because at this point, we're not Republicans or Democrats. We are patriots and traitors. That's it. Cowboys and Indians. I know people are going to hate me saying that. So what do you mean? Indians aren't Americans? Listen, I'm listening. I'm not going to say anything. You Cowboys and Indians. Traitors and patriots. Washington, Lincoln, Trump. Exactly. That's how I feel too. No. And Reagan. I put Reagan too in between Trump. So Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Reagan, Trump. These people, they're a gang of their own. The MAGA party. Yeah. They hate that term MAGA so bad. And I'm like, make America great again. That bothers you so much as an American. Make America great again. Make your nation great again. Oh, I hate it. That bothers you. That's like people living in China. There's a party says make China great again and Chinese hating it. Why would I want to make China great again? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That was bad. I shouldn't try to do accents. Sorry, that was bad. That was racist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Is Fix here? As long as Fix isn't here to see that, it's fine. All right then, guys. I'll let you guys go. Teddy Roosevelt. But I'll let you guys go. Thank you for coming for this short. It's been an hour, so it short, short and sweet. That's all we needed. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will see you all on Friday. I plan to have Rachel with us, so we will see you all Friday. So get ready for Rachel. I will post a link or whatever, the show. I will let you guys know that she's coming before you guys come on. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to go. But you guys know, just be prepared. She's going to complain about the ICE raids. So if any of you guys want to argue about the immigration, research your stats, do what you need to do so that you guys can go against her and give her some common sense when she comes. Okay? Just read up on your stats, read up on everything so that you guys know what to say to her, because she's going to come here with oh, it's so bad, and no. We can set her straight. All right, then. Thank you all for joining me. And I'm not going to put any music because it's not really that kind of thing today. It's just us hanging out. So you said Chinese accent made me think of Will. Hopefully Frost will be there too. Oh my gosh. No, they hate each other. I will have to block Frost and block Rachel. Frost was ill. Where's Sue? What? Good night, guys. I will see you all. I know. Prepare the holy word. Guys, let me go. Let me go. I'm trying to go. Stop it. Stop. You guys are so funny. I can't even get off. Bring the Black Queen. You guys should start singing when she comes in. Sing, you are my African queen, girl of my dreams. She will love it. She'll love it. But yeah, so she should be here on Friday. So be nice to her. Be nice to her, but debate. A good debate is always healthy. All right, then, guys. I will. Wait, you guys are not letting me go. Neil, is it just me, or is it ironic that the 4 Republicans that the libs are most furious over all used to be Democrats? Maybe that is the reason why. They might feel like there's some traitor blood going on. I don't know. Stupid. Don't, Larry. Not to forget the spray tan. You guys be nice. Be nice. You guys are evil. Hot chocolate. You guys are evil. Not of my dream. Girl of my dreams. African queen. You guys are so funny. Oh my God. Guys, stop it. I gotta go. Good night. Good night. Bye. I'll see you all Friday. And with that, I yield my time. Good night. Go to sleep, all of you.